books book writers ever lived. And here are the best stories. First one I'm going to show you is J.K. Rowling. J.K. means her first name is Joanne Rowling, right? And she written loads of Harry Potter books. And the last book she ever written was Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. And this is the first book she ever written was was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. And I tell you how the Harry Potter story began, right? Turning the envelope over, his hand trembling, Harry saw a purple wax seal bearing a coat of arms. A lion, an eagle, a badger, and a snake shine a large letter H. Harry Potter has never even heard of Hogwarts when the letters start dropping on the doormat at number 4 Private Drive, address in green ink on yellowish parchment with a purple seal. They are swiftly confiscated by his grisly aunt and uncle. But on Harry's 11th birthday, a great beetle-eyed giant of a man called Rubeus Hagrid bursts in with some announcing news. Harry is a wizard, and he has a place at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. An incredible adventure is about to begin. That's all about Harry Potter and Philosopher's Stone story. And the person who's Harry Potter is him right there. That is Harry Potter, right? That young boy right there. And this big tall man right here is Rubeus Hagrid. Yeah, but all in Harry Potter books, there's a good guy. Harry Potter's a good guy, and also the bad guy in this Harry Potter stories is Lord Voldemort. The last book that after J.K. Rowling written all the Harry Potter stories, she written she written Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is about 40 years before Harry Potter's time, or maybe 50 or 60 years before Harry Potter's time. But it's a good story, isn't it? It's a good story, isn't it? But all yous will enjoy. But all yous want, just make sure buy all J.K. Rowling's book. They're great books to read, and there's great books, and there's great stories in it. The next book writer I'm going to present to you is Terry Pratchett. And Terry Pratchett is one of my favourite book writers. He written a lot of books I love reading. And this is a book he written called The Light Fantastic. He also written other books like The Colour of Magic, The Light Fantastic, Equal Rights, Mort, Sorcery, Weird, Sisters, Pyramids, Guards and Guards, Eric, Moving Pictures, Raperman, Witches Abroad, Small Gods, Lord and Ladies, Men at Arms, and loads of other books she has written. And this book, The Light Fantastic, is about what shall we do? And two Flora Panic said, Rinse Wind, hopefully. He always held that panic was the best means of survival. As it moves towards a seemingly infallible collusion with a muffled red star, the desk world could do with a hero. What it doesn't need is a singularly inept and cowardly wizard still receiving from the trauma of falling off the edge of the world, or a well-meaning tourist and his luggage, which has a mind and legs of its own. Which is a shame, because that's all there is. Here he is a satirist of enormous talent and incredible funny, completely readable, and that is by the newspaper The Times. Say all about that book. It says a funny book and a completely readable. And the Mail Sunday says about he would be amusing in any form, and the specular infection makes the Discworld series one of the carpernal joys of modern fiction. That's what Mail Sunday written. The only thing by Terry Pratchett. Terry Pratchett believes in wizards. He believes in magic. He believes what magic is. And he can make up all different kinds of stuff that you never seen before. And he can make that world invisible. He can make all the stuff he wants to write. And he believes the future can be great. That's all Terry Pratchett does believe. And he writes all the stuff he does believe in. It's magic, creatures and all that. And the next book writer I'm going to tell you about is James Patterson. And this book is called When the Wind Blows. And the Daily Express written about Patterson writes nail-biting thrillers, spookily brilliant. That is written by the Daily Express, the newspaper. The new was written back in the book. The New Beginners. Francie O'Neill, and a young tanned vegetarian whose husband was recently murdered, comes across an amazing discovery in the woods near her animal hospital. Things always go wrongly. Soon after, Kit Harrison, an unofficial FBI agent, arrives on Frankie's doorstep, and the trouble begins. She heard through her Ben there's 11-year-old Max, Frankie's amazing discovery, and one of the most forgettable creations in the thriller fiction. Janet Patterson has written a riveting adventure thriller that no reader will ever forget. Never has it been truer of a Patterson novel. The pages fly. And this is one of James Patterson's best books he ever written. When the Wind Blows. And he also written other books that a lot of people does like. The Cradle and All, Miracle of the 17th Green, he written it. Signy's Diary for Nichols, The Beach House, The Jester, The Lake House. He also written loads of Alice Cross novels called Cat and Mouse, Pop Goes the Whistle, Roses Are Red, Fields Are Blue, Four Blind Mice, The Big Bad Wolf. That is all Alice Cross novels. The only thing about James Patterson, he believes he writes all the thriller books that other people likes to read. For other people does enjoy all thriller books, and he's one of the greatest writers ever lived. He's like that writer called Jeffrey Deaver, and that's one of my other favourite writers. And he writes thriller books too. And he believes in mysteries, like James Patterson, like he believes in mysteries. And the next book I'm going to show you is written by Rick Riordan. It's Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. But Rick Riordan believes in God. He believes in Zeus. He believes in Perseus. He believes in loads of stuff. The only thing he does believe in, he believes the power of the heavens are real. That electricity can control the world. He believes all that stuff. And that's why he always have his mind half boy, half god, and half hero. And that is Percy Jackson is. Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, but Percy Jackson is half hero. In every single book he acts in, he's also a hero inside it. He first began as, look, I didn't want to be half blood, half. I never asked to be the son of a great god. He also, I was just a normal kid going to school, playing basketball, skateboarding, and found usual until I actually vaporized my maths teacher. Now I spend my time battling monsters and generally trying to stay alive. See, Percy Jackson's a warrior. In all the books he's in, he's always a warrior and a hero. And this is one where Zeus God of the sky, thinks I've stolen his lightning bolt, and makes Zeus angry is a very bad idea. And the Guardian written back of the book is the Guardian magazine written, this is the stuff of legends. And there's only one thing, all Percy Jackson's books is all the stuff of legends. And the next one I'm going to show you is, this is all celebrities' life stories. This is called autobiography, right? All the celebrities' life stories. And this is one of the greatest celebrities ever, is Burt Reynolds. And Burt Reynolds acted in loads of movies, like Cannonball Run. He acted in a film called Smokey and the Bandit. He also acted in loads of other films too. And also he acted as in the Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, I'm telling you, he's one of the greatest actors that ever lived, is Burt Reynolds. And you can buy this book, is called But Not Enough About Me. And you can buy that book for Amazon and other stores too. Just remember, he still is a cannibal. And he always will be a Cannonball Run. And the other greatest actors ever lived is Robert De Niro. And his book is called Untouchable. And this book is written by Andy Dugan. It's all about the life story of Robert De Niro, how he first became an actor, how he first acted in a film called The Taxi Driver, The Godfather Part 2, and also acted loads of other